Welcome back, folks. Mathew 27:52. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. Sorry about that, folks. I have a lovely ad that just decided it was going to pop up. Matthew 50. Cross references. Matthew 27:49. The rest said, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him. Matthew 15:37. And Jesus cried with a loud voice, and gave up the ghost. Luke 23:46. And when Jesus had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, unto thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, he gave up the ghost. John 19:29. Now there was a set vessel full of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar, and put it upon hyssop, and put it to his mouth. John 19:30. When Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, It is finished, and he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Hebrews 5:7, excuse me. Who, in the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplications with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was heard in that he feared. Matthew 1:1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Matthew 27:48. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. Matthew 27:47. Some of them that stood there when they heard that said, This man calleth for Elijah. Matthew 27:51. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and earth did quake, and the rocks rent. Matthew 27:52. The graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. And I am actually going to take this to verse 51. At that moment, the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook, rocks split apart, and tombs opened, and the bodies of many godly men and women had died were raised from the dead. Now we're going to take that through what I just read. through 52. We're going to stop at verse 53. Exodus 26:31. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work, with cherubims shall it be made. Numbers 4:5. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of testimony with it. Mathew 27:54. Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, Truly this was the Son of God. Mark 15:38. And the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. Luke 23:45. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst. Luke 23:47. Now when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, Certainly this was a righteous man. Hebrews 9:3. And after the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all, Mathew 1:1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham, Mathew 27:50. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. Mathew 27:49. The rest said, Let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Mathew 27:48. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. And I'm going to stop it right there, folks. I will see you on the next clip. Thank you for watching.